This is going to be a quick video about how to get your creative juices flowing when it comes to social media content for 2026, because it does seem like a lot of agents are just sort of all posting the same content. And so to stand out, you're going to have to get creative, think outside the box a little bit, and also make sure that you're consistently posting to all the social media platforms. Facebook, I think, still probably one of the most important. So do take some time. If you don't have a Facebook business page, create one that's separate from your personal. And it's helpful because you can run ads on a business page, and it's professional only. So you don't post anything personal on here, whereas on your personal page, you can post a little bit of both, right? So make sure that you keep your cover photo updated. And I send these out to you all like seasonally, so you have plenty to choose from. So you can always just upload a new one whenever it's time. Make sure your headshot is up to date so that people can recognize you. And include a short bio down here, and they only let you type a little bit. So this doesn't have to be daunting. It really is just a short, sweet little thing about who you are and what you do. And then just double check and make sure that all of your contact information is still up to date here and correct. And then the other really important thing is to take a look at your timeline over here on the right-hand side. And if you've only posted maybe like 2 or 3 times in the past 6 months, that will be a sign that it's something you need to work on to post more regularly in 2026. So a couple times a week at least would be probably ideal for me. But whatever you think you can handle, just set yourself a reasonable goal for now. So that's your Facebook business page, something I would put at the top of your priority list. Also, your Google My Business listing. And then TikTok, obviously growing, important. LinkedIn, Instagram, those are the big ones I would worry about. And you can link your Facebook and your Instagram if you want to cross post to both. And okay, so not going to get too much into the weeds on the different platforms, but I want to talk about sizing, because you may have found if you're making your own graphics, they might get cut off on different platforms depending on their sizing, because every platform has different size graphics. So I can show you what I mean here. If you don't have a free Canva account, you need to create one. You'll just have a username and password. It's a mobile app, it's a desktop program, or you can use the website. So canva.com, this is what it'll look like when you log in. If you go down to this second icon here where it says social media, it actually breaks it down for you. So you can see the different sizes to choose from. And you can choose by all the sizes on Instagram or Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. They have TikTok on here, I think. Yeah, so that's something to pay attention to. All the sizes are different. So if you want to post an Instagram story, that's going to be more of a vertical size. So the other thing I want you all to know, and I don't want to turn this into an entire Canva class, but very helpful to you all if you start to use this design tab over here on the top left, and it says describe your ideal design. You can just type in real estate up here, and it's going to start giving you tons of options of templates to choose from that fit that Instagram story template. You can just click on one and then insert all your information. So very low effort, high impact, right? This one's actually a video, I think. Yeah. Okay, so just an example, there's an Instagram story. You can do that same thing with any of the sizings. If you go back to social media, do Facebook this time, it's a regular Facebook post. Starts out blank again, hit design, and we'll do the same thing. Real estate, or you could do new listing or open house. market report. There's so many options here. And then again, it takes very little customization to make it yours. All right. So if this is something you haven't really tackled yet, I would put it on your to-do list for 2026 to get comfortable with Canva, start using it a little bit. And everything on Canva auto saves. So when you're done with the design, you can just download it and then exit out of the thing, and it'll be there the next time you log on. Okay, and then I wanted to spend the last couple of minutes talking about content specifically, because I think it's a hindrance to a lot of people to even get started because they don't know what to post. So I lean on ChatGPT pretty heavily here, and I wanted to give you all some examples of things that I ask it for and what it gives me. So I said, can you give me some unique ideas for social media content? And it gave me a huge, big, long list. Some of them I'm not crazy about, but some of them are very clever. The feature you thought you needed but never use. Of course, education, valuable posts are always helpful. Talking about real estate myths and busting them. I like 1 minute, one question. So just thinking about one thing that people might be curious about and then giving them the answer in a short little minute-long video. Talking about a deal breakdown. So being vague about who the clients were, what the address was, but talking about what went right, what went wrong, how you overcame obstacles. I think that's a great idea. And then always talking about local stuff, lifestyle stuff. I think that's great too. Promoting local businesses is always good. And then behind the scenes stuff. So showing just how hard you work that people don't usually get to see the behind the scenes stuff. And then open house field notes, just talking about how an open house works, what it's like for the consumer, how you prepare. And then design decision polls. I see a lot of people posting these. You can just grab some stuff off Pinterest and post, yes or no, love it or hate it. Ask me anything. So getting people to interact with you, getting them to ask questions, and then you answer them. And it just goes on and on. So the point is there's so many ideas here, and you can always take one and kind of make it your own too. And then I said, can you make me a social media content calendar based on what you just gave me? So then it broke it down by week and then by day. So it's got storytelling, education, lifestyle, behind the scenes, and interactive for the first week. And it's going to do that for me every week for the whole month. And then I said, can you give me captions and reel scripts? So it's actually giving me the verbiage for the ideas of things to post. Okay, and then the other thing I wanted to mention quickly is that I know a lot of you do not post on social media because you don't want your face in the video. You don't want to be on camera. And I think that's unfortunate because I think you all are great. But if you just really don't want to be on camera, there are other options. So I wanted to give you all some ideas of videos that you can do without being on camera, or at least being on camera briefly. So obviously, a video of a listing. Talking about the process of getting a house ready to hit the market, I think is a great one. A video showing how you prepare for an open house. Hidden features, that's fun. And then again, neighborhood and lifestyle. So you don't have to be in the video, but a nice little video of walking in the park and then getting coffee and highlighting all the features of a particular neighborhood. I think that's great. And then market and education. This is a great one too. So if you don't want to be on camera, you can create some infographics on Canva that show market stats or talk about various tips or whatever And then you can record a voiceover of you talking over the graphic. So you don't have to be seen at all if you don't want to. And then talking more about the actual process, what happens after an offer is accepted. So this could be, you could put like just graphics like this over top, and then you could just be talking. Same thing with inspections and what happens between contract and closing with like a checklist as the graphic. So again, lots and lots of options here. And I just want to get you all thinking about how to get yourself, your brand out there in a way that you're comfortable with. So ChatGPT is your friend here. Let it help you, let it guide you. And if you have any questions, I am always here to help.